Super friends of the show, Players by the Sea, are back to tell us about their production of The White Chip. So let's welcome The White Chip director David Sachs and managing director of Players Bradley Akers. Gentlemen, good to have you in studio.
Good to be
back. Good to
back.
see you, Bradley. All right, so The White Chip deals with recovery, resilience, and hope. So how did you approach directing such a deeply personal and emotional story while at the same time keeping it accessible for all of us?
I have a strong connection to the recovery community here in Jacksonville, so I was not unfamiliar with this topic. But what I wanted to do once I got into the space that we were doing the show in and noticed that there was a movie screen in there, I decided I wanted to approach it from a multimedia perspective, so that way the audience could follow not only the dialogue but also be informed visually.
Yeah.
And so that's how I kind of approached it. And in terms of the actors had no connection to recovery, so it was a learning experience for them. So they brought that kind of new approach,
that freshness.
The freshness, that's a great word, to it. And so we've been putting it all together that way. Yeah.
And I think that's cool because, I mean, you have to be an actor at that point, don't you? Right? Because like if I've never really experienced it before, I've got to really turn it on. So it's asking a lot of questions, doing a lot of preparation. So that's pretty cool. So Sean Daniels, the playwright, has a special connection to Jacksonville, I understand. So how has that local tie influenced the vision of the production?
Well, there's some references to areas in Jacksonville, especially the beach.
Okay.
And so that was kind of the tie-in. And then we actually added a little dialogue to make it homespun.
Very cool. All right. So I'm not familiar with The White Chip. So what is this show? Like, tell me about the actual play.
Well, it's a story about alcoholism and recovery from alcoholism. And the white chip is just a symbol that AA uses to signify a desire to stop drinking. Gotcha. And usually it's picked up by someone who comes into their first AA meeting and they get their white chip and hopefully they stay sober.
Yeah.
In this story, he gets a lot of white chips before he finally gets, the main character, before he finally gets to the promised land.
I understand, okay. So how do you hope audiences will feel, or what conversations do you hope they'll have after seeing The White Chip?
Well, I think that the really great thing about this play and the playwright Sean Daniels who wrote it is that, he wanted to create a play that helps to contribute to breaking the stigma about addiction and recovery in a way that feels accessible to audiences, that feels sometimes funny, sometimes uplifting, and then of course the sad and very real moments of it. And so I'm hopeful that audiences can come and be part of a conversation about whatever, everyone we were talking about earlier, everyone knows someone who has been anywhere in this journey. And we're hopeful that this play incites conversation with those people in your life, or if there are things that you're dealing with yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's fantastic. And you've got to speak in, you've got to help out, right? So if they are close to you, that's kind of your responsibility. All right, so where do we go for more tickets, more information, and then also where is Players by the Sea?
Yeah, so Players by the Sea is currently performing at the Foundation Academy, which is on San Pablo Road. It's about 3 miles from our home that people are used to. Tickets can be purchased online at playersbythesea.org or by calling our temporary box office line, which I could say.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, the website will be perfect.
Fantastic. Bradley, David, I really appreciate you coming on the show today. Thank you very much. And guys, break all the legs.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.